I felt like the combat wasn't the worst thing. Like the initial boss fight where we just stood there and autoed was a little bit annoying, but it kind of felt like once we got to an hour in, we could move around and dodge some things, and that was not bad. The potion button I think is broken on PC, because it just didn't work half the time. I mean, I would be like spamming it. It wasn't on cooldown or anything. I mean, I hadn't drank it. It was just sitting at 3 charges. So I think that's just a beta thing that they need to fix. It's very D3-esque. Like I say, if you took away the UI and didn't tell me what game I was playing, I
How
would
is
have
paying for boss loot any different than having to
guessed.
sub here for better D2 drops?
I would have guessed that it was Diablo 3. So again, if you're into Diablo 3, I think it probably fits up better in that play style. I mean, even the like potion on the cooldown, all of the skills having the cooldowns, just all of that stuff. I think it very much mirrors the Diablo 3 style a lot more than Diablo 2 style. So I think I think it plays a little bit more towards that. I don't think the initial experience was a terrible time. I think a lot of people could enjoy that.
We respect the message you're sending while other streamers are trying to ride the hype for a new game. Also, how are you reviewing the game after only playing for 5 minutes?
5 minutes? I played for an hour. It was, we played through, and you can auto make, it'll auto move everywhere. It shows you everywhere, everything like that. It definitely has a lot of hand holding. And that to me is a little bit like, okay. At the same time, it's very, if it doesn't have all the hand holding, I think the environment gets a little confusing and stuff.
Congrats on winning gold in the 2024 Olympics, sponsored by Blizzard. You've unlocked a one-time offer to purchase a medal.
But that's a very mobile thing, right? I feel like all the mobile RPGs have a lot of that hand holding and kind of pushing you through with that sort of stuff. I don't care enough about lore to actually go through all the lore. That's just my own personal. I've never been a lore person. There's a lot of confusing aspects in it. And for me, I think that was another big turnoff. It felt like they threw a lot of things at you all at once, kind of immediately, You'd just go and it'd be like, you unlocked this, you unlocked that, and you'd go in and it'd just like have all these different features, but none of the features seemed like they were always usable right then or whatever it was. So it's like there was a lot of systems and a lot of currencies, it seemed like. And at the same time, all the systems that you did go to understand it, where it was like skills, it just like gave you all your skills, right? Like you didn't get to pick what you're upgrading, how you're developing it, all that stuff. And again, maybe later on you will, but in that one you didn't. And then getting to again, like I felt like going around and fighting and killing stuff was fine for some button mashing. So, I can see that part being just like fun for a little bit. To go if you want to just like have that, you're sitting on the pot and you got nothing to do and you're like, oh, I'll go kill some stuff. I think plenty of people will enjoy just kind of that basic system. I didn't get to really dive into the party finding or war bands, whatever that stuff is, or any of that. So, no clue on those parts. the 50 places to claim stuff is, again, goes with just kind of the overwhelming amount of what all these mobile free to play games do and have, and it just gets like tiring. There's so many like gimmick things, right? It's like first kill of the day, you go there to claim stuff. Oh, you killed these things, you go to this spot to claim things. You go to this, and there's like 1,000 places you claim things, and all the different places you claim things have some like extra option. You can buy another thing, so you get more stuff that you can claim, and it's just got a lot of that, like the stuff to make sure you come back every day and go to all the places where you can see something that you can purchase for a small amount to get a big reward. Which again fits further, fits into that like psychological mobile model that, a lot of them use, right? Because it's just, that's just such a thing, as you go and you have that fear of missing out, right? The FOMO. You have the oh man, well look at these, there's so much stuff here, or whatever stuff, and if you miss a day then it resets, or whatever stuff. It keeps you in every day. And a lot of the top best mobile games, if you go download any of those ones, Clash of Clans, whatever stuff, I'm sure, I've never even played that, but I would 100% imagine there is things that you claim every day, streaks, whatever stuff, to get into the app, to use it, to get back on, blah, blah, blah. And I don't even hate the idea of dailies. I just dislike them when they're how a lot of the implementations come from mobile games, where they have the daily with the claim, and then there's a purchase option as well, like right around it, So I think that, to me, and again, it just is, there was so many things and like places you were going. I was it didn't feel like I was ever just immersed in playing the game. Because every time I would go and like kill a boss, it'd be like, go claim this, click to here, do this, go to this window. I was like constantly bringing up all these different screens with different rewards, different, go buy this chest because you killed this boss. It's a one-time offer. You get trained to go to the store, right? Because right next to the store, or in the store, is a click to claim button, whatever stuff. And then the number of cutscenes as well was just like a lot. And yeah, so it just had a lot of the features that I feel you see in a lot of the mobile gacha game styles, whatever it is, where it trains you to open the store, it gets you to try and put that $1 in over and over. It, sends you all over the places. It looks like it already has like 50 currencies. I don't even know what that $1 offer was that it was trying to get me to buy. It was, there were 4 currencies just right there, and I don't know what any of them did, because none of that was ever explained. All I did was run around and collect gold, and then all of a sudden it was telling me, hey, buy these elder orbs. And I'm like, what is an elder orb even? And then the classic, 570% value, one-time offer, all of that stuff. So are we surprised that a mobile game is doing a mobile game blueprint? No. Does it make us disappointed? Yes. I think it does. Because it's like, anytime there's the opportunity for a game to maybe come in and try and change the landscape. No, they're just gonna. Profits always win out, right? So, with all that being said, I think if you go and enjoy the game, that's fine. I'm not hating on you for enjoying the game. I think there definitely was a little bit with some of the combat as it advanced and stuff that could be fun. I'll just give you the warning that most likely after putting a number of hours in, you'll start to hit a wall, and that temptation to use the credit card to get past that wall will increase, just based on everything we've seen right now. I mean, it's classic Lost Ark as well, right? Where it's like, oh, it's, you're having fun, you're killing stuff, you're doing great, and then you start to get up to that like 1300 whatever level, 1350, 13, you're trying to get to that next point, and it's just really difficult, and you hit the wall, and it just kind of really, now you've invested a lot of hours and everything into the game, and so you're like, oh, well, the temptation to use the credit card to get up so you can do the next raid and all of that stuff is a little bit higher. Again, who knows? Who knows what it'll actually be like? But I'm just giving the warning of how the gacha games generally roll through. And to me, it's always one of the most difficult parts about the game, or about any of those games and enjoying them, is you go in and they tempt you with a game that could be enjoyable, and then they start to wall it behind to put financial pressure on you. And it's like, this is where gaming is at now, really? So that is my thoughts on that. Diablo Immortal, not the worst game. Felt decently developed. I think the PC port still needs some work. Movement was a little difficult at times. Potion use was difficult at times. Things like that. But it still feels like it's going to be a, mobile game. Like I say, seeing a chest that says one-time offer, 570% value, here's 4 currencies for $1 says a lot to me, That's like a very disappointing thing to see. So